What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Racy Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today, guys, I want to speak to you about the movie Together. It was created in the year 2025, starring Dave Franco and Alison Brie. When I first saw this movie, I had no clue that Dave Franco and Alison Brie were actually a couple in real life. So, the whole dynamic between these characters in the movie, it actually did work out pretty well in their favor. Like really, that's pretty cool. You're able to do a movie with your own wife, and like the whole story has to do with them being as a couple. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome for them. But like overall, the movie, I actually enjoyed the heck out of this movie, man. Right from the get-go, I have to give this movie a 10 out of 10. So there has been like some controversy for this film, right? Supposedly that Dave Franco and Alison Brie, allegedly, they might have actually stolen the movie story. They might have actually stolen the story from somebody else's own movie they have created like years ago. And I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what lots of sources are saying, that maybe that they might have just stolen um, somebody's idea and actually made it as a horror movie. Because like the original movie, it is based off like a comedy romance, but they made this as a horror movie. I'm not really sure. I'm just giving you just a glimpse of the controversy that is happening on this movie. You can go check it out, just do your own research from the movie, but that doesn't take away from my enjoyment of this film, and neither it should for you as well, if you did enjoy the movie. So yeah, like I was saying, guys, I do give this film a 10 out of 10, and wow, it was a very entertaining film. Right in the beginning, the first thing that you see is like some dogs, they're drinking some water, and you already know, if you drink some type of water in the middle of the wilderness, like somewhere in a pit, like in a weird pit, then you know something bad was gonna happen. And that's what did happen with these dogs. Wow, I had no idea they were actually gonna go there for this film, and they did. They actually went all in for this film. And right in the beginning, the dogs, it's just, you know how the movie is. They come together and they fuse, and oh, that was a crazy imagery that you just see for probably for about a brief 2 to 3 seconds, and maybe just 1 second. They only show a glimpse of what happened to the dogs. And like for this film overall, Dave Franco and Alison Brie, I think they have played their characters very well. Dave Franco's character, I think his name is Tim, I believe. Tim, he was like a rock star. And Alison Brie's character, she was a school teacher. And so the thing is, they have been a couple for at least like maybe like 10 years or so. They've been a couple for a very long time. And so they hadn't really been like together, in other words. They hadn't really been like actually just having time for each other, and they just been busy doing their own thing. And so now they were planning to move to this like house that's close like to the middle of nowhere, and they had this neighbor, so they could spend more time together. And so they actually went on a hike, right? And it just started to rain, and Dave Franco's character, he actually fell on the huge pit that the dogs found. He actually fell on it, and there were actually the same water that the dogs drank. They actually drank that as well. Now this is where probably you might have thought, why would some characters do this? Why would they do that? Why would they drink some type of water that could have been contaminated? I do kind of agree, but dude, they were just thirsty. I guess they just needed something to drink. They were just dehydrated and they just chose to drink it. If they did not chose to drink this water, then you might not have gotten a movie, It's just movie logic. Anyways, though, what did happen for them, it was just insane. Just like how it happened with the dogs, it happened with them as well. It's like that water, I'm not really sure. It's like maybe it's some type of holy water, but like it brings them together like a magnet and they get stuck to each other. Like the first thing that happened to them when they got stuck to each other, it was when they actually woke up from their nap. They actually stayed on that cave for the night because the day before it was actually raining hard and they weren't able to get out of that cave, and so they stayed the night. And also there was also some other subplot as well in this film. Most of the horror, it was between like them two, like actually just sticking to each other. But there was also that one scene, or like two to three scenes of Dave Franco's character Tim. Like he was having some nightmares of his mom. Supposedly, his dad actually did pass away, and so the mother of Tim could not move on from him because I don't know, she was like very codependent on him, and like she couldn't live without him. And like what Tim saw was actually his father's corpse, and then his mom was right next to the corpse, which was his dad. It was like some PTSD type of moment that he got, and that actually stuck with him for a very long time until we actually got to find out from him. He explained it to his wife or girlfriend of what happened to him when he was young, and I think that's why probably he was kind of scared like to commit. Like he was kind of afraid to actually just stay with somebody because of that trauma that he experienced when he was young. Things just started to get even more strange when they figured out, like, they actually just getting stuck together. And somehow, like, when Tim actually tried to distance himself from his wife or girlfriend, he wasn't able to. I don't know. It was just like a magnet, like he said in the film. It was like a magnet that was actually pulling him still, like, towards his girlfriend, and they couldn't separate from each other. And even as well when they were trying to go to sleep, which was the craziest part, like in the whole film. Imagine if you're just trying to go to sleep and just out of nowhere, the magnet or whatever they have on your body, it just drags you to that person that you're supposed to be attached to. It was insane, man. Also crazy ass moments. And also when they're like just trying to stick to each other, like the bones combine, and we just that was insane thing that I have seen. And like this film didn't really have that much blood on it, and that's what I noticed about this film. It didn't really have that much blood, but it did show just like the body horror, and oh man, it was just crazy just seeing this imagery on screen. But it was good. It was a good film. But now the neighbor was actually another teacher that actually worked with Alison Brie's character at the school. He was a neighbor, and like it seemed like he was actually giving hints that they liked her in some way. And so there was just one time that Alison Brie's character actually went to the neighbor's house, and they just started talking, right? There was a photo of him and his partner, who was also a dude. And so he did mention that his past partner, like, he was gone. But we also got to find out that this man, the neighbor, had already combined with his partner, which was insane. I did not know that until right at the ending, because that was an insane twist, an insane plot twist that I did not even see coming. Like for these movies, I don't really just try to figure it out what happens like during this main scene that is trying to explain to you. I just try to see where they're trying to go, right? Then we got to find out that the whole pit, like that place that was in the cave, it used to be a church, and on that church, that water was actually to combine people with each other. Like if you got married, you actually drank, both of you drank this water, right? And you actually combined to make one person, and that's what happened with that man. And the man, the teacher, the neighbor, he actually did combine with his own partner, and so they became one person. And now there was also another couple that was also traveling around the same area where the two main characters were staying at. And the crazy part is we actually got to find out what happened to them as well. The same thing. They actually drank the water as well as them, but there was a difference. The thing is, they did not want to be together. They didn't want to be attached to each other because Dave Franco's character actually found out where they were at the cave. Like, I don't know, where were they in the very first scene when they were in the cave? Were they hiding, or where in the world were they? But when Dave Franco's character came back into the cave, that's where the missing couple was. Supposedly, the man actually just gutted himself and just killed himself with a knife. But the lady, she was still alive. And also, the thing is, they were attached to each other. If you have seen like the Substance film, it is kind of like that. Like it turned into a monster. The guy, he just tried his best to actually get away from her. He just didn't not want to be combined with her at all. And so that's what happened with them. Only the girl was still alive, but that was a crazy ass thing that happened to them. And that could have happened as well to the main two characters, but it didn't, because Alison Brie's character, she actually just started bleeding because the neighbor actually just slashed her like in her arm, and she just started bleeding. And to stop the bleeding, Dave Franco's character Tim actually combined his hand with her hand, so it will stop the bleeding. And so right at the ending, they just decided that they actually do love each other, and they just decided that there was just no other way for them to actually reverse this curse. But there was actually just another way, and it was for one of them to actually die, which was the crazy part. But they did not want that. Since they did love each other at the ending, then they decided to become one. And then at the ending scene, they actually got to see their parents, because supposedly Alison Brie's character's mom and dad, they were gonna come and visit them on a Sunday. That day came, and they actually combined as one, and it did kind of look strange for them just to be one person. And that's how the movie ended. Yeah, it was a very good movie. I did enjoy it. Like the ending part, actually, it was a bit funny, but it wasn't a scary ending. But it was like, okay. It was funny how it kind of ended the movie. It was a good movie. I did freaking enjoy this movie, and I do recommend it to actually see it with your own partner if you want to. I went to go see it by myself in the theaters, but yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I went to go see it like around 11:50 in the morning. And I usually am tired around that time, like on my days off. I actually went there. And the good thing is, like, this movie was very good, and it didn't bore me at all. Not like the movie Batman. It was a great movie, and I did enjoy my time watching it. I do recommend this movie, man. It's such an entertaining film, and you probably might like it if you do enjoy like original idea horror movies. Lately, there's been like great movies coming out like that lately for horror. I can't wait to see Weapons. Hopefully, that one's actually pretty good. I've actually have bought in my ticket and I am going to see it on Sunday. So yeah, man, let's see how that one turns out. But as for the movie Together, like I mentioned in the beginning of this podcast, I do give this movie a 10 out of 10. And yeah, it's a good one, man. You probably might enjoy it as well. Just watch with your own person. And yeah, let's see how you like it, man. Let's see how you will enjoy the movie. And yeah, guys, that is it for this podcast. That's only really what I really wanted to talk to you about for this podcast. It was just not about this film. It was just an entertaining film, and it could probably be my favorite horror movie of this year. Maybe it could be even better than Weapons. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet, but as of right now, at this point in time, I have to give the best horror movie right now in 2025 to Together, the movie. It's a good one, man, and you probably might enjoy it as well. And yeah, guys, that is it for this podcast. Hey, thank you so much for listening. If you guys did enjoy this podcast, make sure to follow it on whichever platform you are listening to it. If you are listening to it on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, make sure to follow it and also recommend this podcast to a friend or a neighbor that actually likes listening to stuff about horror stuff. Maybe they will enjoy this podcast as much as you do. And yeah, guys, that is it. Take care and live to the fullest. Bye.